Okay, we are live.
Dad's head? Oh.
Oh, we're live for the Rochambeau's news.
Oh, we started already?
It's a strong start.
It is strong without the DEET shed thing. I feel like
Could have been even stronger.
Everyone will get that one.
Yeah.
DEET, I'm a shed.
That's the title of the podcast right there.
The whole thing?
Yeah. Well, this week it's not the Keith David Memorial podcast.
Fuck whatever. Rochambeau's. It's DEET.
No,
Yes.
the title is like the Robro News episode 50.
So now it's not good enough?
Well, it's like DEET.
Now
The caption line is
You were
DEET
never
shed.
It's not good enough now.
The episode name.
Right.
The episode name is DEET
I
shed.
don't know. I think it's DEET, I'm a shed.
DEET, I'm a shed. You can't. I'm Keith. And I'm here with. Oh, anyone can go.
I'm Eli.
I am still here. I don't know which one releases first, so that might not make sense. Yeah, I'm John Dean. Still. I'm back, bitches. Sup, Eli's mom?
Lead with that.
I just want to make sure she knows I'm here so that she can tune out of this episode.
Christ.
That was the thing. Once it got out on iTunes, I got to tell the demographic of Podbean got weird. I was like, wow, it's not just people from Northwest Iowa anymore. It's all around the U.S. What?
Our demographic changed from Eli's mom to other
To
people.
other people's
You'll
moms.
see right here on this bar graph, we have Eli's mom. And then
What?
other people.
Our
It's
one,
like, oh.
our one demographic that hates 1/4 of the podcast.
Like,
How many listeners are we getting now?
well, each one roughly, it's weird. So it spikes occasionally. Depends on, okay, so the tag TV and film spiked it up from, 25 on Podbean, and then when we hit iTunes, it's, 80 to, 200, depending.
I feel so sorry for those 80 to 200.
Yeah, so do I some days. Especially when it's DEET shed.
They know
What are you
they're
talking
here
about? This is about to be the best episode you've had in 6 months.
for. All-time low.
Good band.
Probably.
I don't know about that.
Well, some of the... Okay, so, for a while, I just, didn't...
Check yes, Juliet, I know something.
People, when I, finally put, hey, go to mail@robro.com, they're like, okay, hey, Gil that doesn't talk, Eli who's always angry, and porn enthusiast John Dean, I have
Wait,
questions.
what? I'm still on one of those?
No, people who've listened, they're they put our taglines, they're like, okay, Keith, porn enthusiast John Dean.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this being an iTunes thing. I didn't know I was on any of those.
Yeah, it's been on there, we.
Oh, all of the episodes are on
Yeah.
there or what?
They recycled through.
Oh, okay.
And, because some of them didn't ever make it, so I'm like, I guess we're going to put these on here.
Oh.
But, no, because, I even on, Podbean and YouTube, it ends, I make an outro. I have just an outro pre-recorded, you can find us all in these areas and things like that. But, they're okay, hey, porn enthusiast John Dean. I'm like, he's not here, so I can't really ask you these weird-ass questions that...
I mean, you can still get my answer. All you gotta do is shoot me a message.
I will shoot you a message from now on, because,
I'm typically just playing Magic.
there were copious amounts of hentai questions one time. I don't know why.
I'm down to answer.
But they were
About
like...
the time Bowsette got popular?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I can
actually-
see that being a really popular time for me.
Actually, yeah, I was really sad
You
when
missed
that...
your peak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
I
that
know,
shit
right?
came out, we did bring you up. It was
Oh, dude, you don't know how much jerking off I did in those couple of days.
you have no idea. Jay brought it up,
Yeah,
too.
you don't either. Jesus.
Jay brought it up. He's like, where's John to talk about Bowsette porn? I'm pretty sure he would send us a link. I'm like, then we got into, when
I can't
John...
send you a link when I'm too busy being on said link.
We made this point. When John used to get bored when we all had the business group chat, John would be like, hey guys, I just saw this funny porn that I thought you'd really, really laugh at. And it's
Are
just
you
a
kidding
girl...
me? The girl shooting octopuses out of a butthole was
Oh my God.
hilarious. Yeah,
Okay.
your mom is definitely not gonna like this one.
I don't like this.
What are you talking about?
Not even, because of what it... Just because you think it's funny, mostly.
I do think it's funny.
Mm.
A lot of people think it's funny.
No.
Have you seen the comments on that
They're
video?
not.
Probably not, but...
Those aren't people.
Those are
Okay, so what have you all been
Reptiles
watching?
and
What
all
media we've talked about?
Don't talk about that.
What? So, besides Castlevania shit, have you watched anything new?
I watched the movie Slice. I watched Return of the
What the fuck
Living...
is Slice?
That one about the vampire, the goat.
Oh, with
not
fucking Chance the Rapper in it, and like that movie was weirdly dumb.
I liked
it. It was just weirdly like that
it was
first
meant to be.
the first death just kind of made me giggle a little bit.
It was pretty weird.
It was.
I watched that. I watched Return of the Living Dead. I watched.
Is that your first time seeing that one?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I would assume you even saw that like whiles back.
As a little kid, I hated horror movies. And
Really? Like, I don't want to be this guy, but like every person, all my friends who were really into horror movies were always like Latino, and their mom's like, "Yeah, we got these from like we got these."
I don't
bootleg-"
think that's what Latinos sound like.
No, probably not. I'm not gonna do an accent.
Like, you're talking about Latinas and going into like fucking Down syndrome Kermit the Frog.
No, but dude, like, it was. I don't know why that always seemed like a staple for all my friends who were like of Latin American descent. They're like, their mom's like, "Yeah, we just read horror
my
movies."
family loves it.
Yeah,
I was the only one growing up that hated them. And
You're just
then I
like,
adapted.
no shadows. What was like one of the movies? Like we weren't here for Halloween, obviously. What was like a movie that scared you as a child?
Mom's flip flop.
No,
Oh yeah,
that wouldn't be a scary movie. That'd be an autobiographical pick.
Yeah, exactly.
was it Flip Flop or was it Wooden Spoon?
It's
Because like
always flip flop.
no, there's like Asian American households have like you have three classes of Asian
Belt on
moms.
occasion,
Belt?
flip flop on occasion.
No, like minority. We've had this conversation.
Okay.
Minority like moms have like a different weapon class. Cause like they're like Wooden Spoon fucks you up hardcore, not really heavy damage, not really good. Belt like speed, and then Mom's Flip Flop was like quick evasion.
Is like disappointment a weapon? Is that like magic?
Disappointment's a spell.
No, disappointment.
I'm
is
very
bad.
disappointed.
It
Dude,
lowers
like,
your disappointment
guilt.
is a debuff.
debuff inflicts you with guilt.
Yeah.
Man,
Based upon your willpower.
I wish I grew up in a minority family.
But it's basically Final Fantasy, but with like every day household weapons.
Belt, sandal. The worst of it was the ear twist.
Yes, my favorite childhood versus weapon, fisticuffs.
Soap in mouth.
And we're depressed.
See, I never got.
I didn't get soap in mouth either, but I heard a lot of
White
my
people.
I heard a lot of people like, yeah, my mom put soap in my mouth. I'm like, ew.
Yeah, that never
My
happened.
grandma was a master of sneak attacks. I'd be sitting on like the couch and she'd
So your
walk
grandma was
behind
like
me
a
and just
rogue
fucking
class?
slap
She
me in
was
the
like
back of the
rogue-
head.
Was she rogue class?
I fucking guess.
My
And
grandma
then I was like,
chased-
what was that for? And she's like, you've probably done something or will do something to deserve that. And I was like, she's probably right.
My grandma,
She's also got precognition. That's a good stat to have in a grandma.
my grandma
Seer.
chased me around that yard with an axe one time because I told her I didn't want to get a haircut.
She like barbarian. She's barbarian class then apparently, obviously.
Yeah, not a very good one, only one axe.
Did she get a buff in strength
Two-handed.
though, or
Yeah,
what?
two-handed. So she's
Yeah, there we go.
strength.
Not very much speed.
So
Doesn't need it.
you saw Night of the Living.
Pure muscle.
You saw Night of the
Exactly.
Return of the Living Dead. Have you
Just
seen Night of the
walking
Living Dead?
around like a
Not
fucking
yet.
You need to watch that one. That one.
beefcake, slice
really,
me in
really,
half
really
with one
interesting.
stroke.
The original black and white one.
Both. I think both are good.
I've
In their own
seen
way.
most of the remake.
I think
2004 one.
right.
Yeah.
I think most of the. I think both are interesting in their unique way. Like Night of the Living Dead, the original, was supposed to be like see, it's a social thing. It's like a social construct of like, see what happens. What were things that scared you? You had Mom's Flip Flop. What was the thing that
No,
you...
I wasn't afraid of flip flops.
Okay.
I got beat with real weapons when I was a kid. What are you talking about?
What was something that like what was the horror character that scared you besides your grandma?
You just skipped John. You're like, not Mom's flip flop? Fuck you, we're going to
Yeah, exactly.
The fucking, goddamn it, Ernest's Halloween.
Really?
Yeah, that scared the shit.
Well, because I knew Dark Crystal scared the shit
Dark
out of you
Crystal
too.
scared me. I was a little pansy bitch when I was a kid. From the age
Well, I
of
mean-
like
Was,
before
huh?
middle school. Yeah, before middle school, and then I started to like. I knew that if I cried in scary situations,
People would make fun of you.
yeah.
So you just
Now
learned
I'm a
to not.
stone-faced piece of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just-
Well, I mean, those are examples of movies that were like obviously made by adults.
Couldn't
for
show any
kids.
weakness.
Yeah, so like those were movies that fucked up a lot of kids.
Chucky's the only movie that scared me.
Ernest's Halloween.
Okay,
no,
maybe
that did
not
not
that
fuck
one.
up a lot of kids.
Maybe not that one, but Dark Crystal was like actually pretty creepy. I mean, that's like essentially like Labyrinth levels of creep too. Like I remember that movie scaring a lot of kids when I was younger.
Chucky was the only thing that scared me as a child. Like everything else, I wasn't like my dad made me watch The Exorcist at age 5. I'm like, oh, this is weird. Okay, The Shining, Chucky. I'm like, fuck dolls. I don't want nothing to do with them.
Oh yeah, fuck dolls.
Yeah, no, not like that. No,
Wait, what?
no, dude. Like, yeah, dolls scare the shit out of me.
That's alright. I'm not really into the sex robots either.
Yeah, they're gonna take over the world after they fucking blow your dick off. I get it.
The Van Helsing movie.
Scared you?
Yeah.
The live action one
With Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, he is a huge Jackman.
No, they like because he turns into like a werewolf, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was terrified of werewolves.
Why? Say that again.
I was terrified of werewolves.
Werewolves?
Werewolves.
Yeah, the weird ones.
The weird wolves, huh?
They're kind of weird. I don't know what you.
They are weird.
And then Twilight happened. I think that snapped me right the fuck out of that. But
I think that snapped a
they're
lot
not
of people out
scary.
of
They're
everything.
just gay.
Twilight opened up the idea that, like, instead of being terrified of the monsters, you can
They
fuck the
weren't
monsters.
gay. They were just all
They're
gonna
pretty gay.
I mean, I think
gangbang the
Japan's
same
been
They
on
were
shit.
that
constantly
way long.
shirtless.
Yeah,
What?
true.
Pretty sure Japan's been on that way long.
You know what I mean? It opened up the gate to America. Now, like, it's 2018 and we're fucking fishmen here, okay?
Whoa. She masturbates to the fishman. The idea of the fishman.
And then we
I'm
get
assuming you're
Transformers.
talking about Shape of
I
Water.
am talking about the Shape of Water.
You guys
I know.
actually seen the movie?
Yes.
No.
No.
Massive bush. Like, impressive wise.
John D. never played.
That's the one
It's
thing.
in the movie.
Yeah,
it's
I know
right
it
there.
is.
Like, you just fucking, she's in the bathtub, and then go, BAM! It's 1972 all over again. Digging through my grandpa's Playboys this time.
Alright.
All right, John. What media that isn't porn related have you been watching?
Have I been watching?
Yeah.
I don't know. I finished Seven Deadly Sins, season 3.
Did you like that one?
Yeah, it was alright.
It was okay.
I thought it was pretty good. Like,
I still haven't watched it.
it's just kind of one of those shows that, like, I realize it's not really going to impress me that much. Because it's just another shonen anime.
Oh yes.
It's like My Hero. Like, I like My Hero a lot, but I'm not looking for it to, like, be the next big, gigantically influential anime or anything like that.
Goblin Slayer though.
I actually am not really enjoying Goblin Slayer that much.
I don't know, it's weird.
So I've timed the amount of time in between the rape scene and the first pair of jiggle titties that you see. So if you watch episode 1 into episode 2 right away, it is less than 10 minutes between a rape scene and the first scene of fan service in the show. And I think that's actually disgusting. And I'm very upset that that's not an actual talking point that people are bringing up. Because that's not really a thing in the manga. And I don't generally enjoy media where I'm given a rape scene to show me how dark and, like, scary the world is, and then boner fuel, like, less than 10 minutes later. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's understandable. Eli?
You're supposed to feel ashamed for having that boner.
Not really. Like, they do nothing to make you feel ashamed about it, and then they just continue to give you fan service.
Yeah, they am.
I don't know. It's been 2 weeks, so I don't know what I watched in that time other than Castlevania. And I've started Daredevil, but I'm only like 2 episodes in. So.
The show's gonna get canceled.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan season 3 also. Like,
It'll probably last longer than Jessica Jones.
I mean, you had 2 weeks.
It's
I have,
gonna
like, what,
get
6 months to
canceled
talk about
in
here?
season 3. Jessica Jones is gonna end
Oh,
in season 3.
let me tell you guys
Yeah,
about
but that,
a
like-
little movie called Slender Man.
Oh, you
I
fucking
went and
saw
saw
that
it.
piece of shit?
That
did.
movie was so funny. That is the best comedy of the year right there.
Go on, just
Alright, so there's this part. She goes into the forest to find the Slender Man.
the Slenderman.
What, are you wanting me to wait?
No.
Oh,
You talk about that, and I'll be back.
alright, well, this is funny and you're gonna miss it.
You can
Anyways, he's like up against the wall with the suction cup.
I mean,
Anyways,
later.
so there's literally this part where she goes into the forest to find the Slender Man because she knows she's discovered she has to give herself to the Slender Man and to let her friends go. So she goes up to the forest, and she's in the forest, and then he appears in front of her, and she just, like, looks at him, and she's like, take me. And then he grows a bunch of spider legs.
What?
And then he stands up on the spider legs, and then she dips the fuck out. So it's, like, literally, like, I'm ready, take me. And then, like, he starts growing legs, and she's like, oh shit, legs, I didn't sign up for this. And then, like, takes off. I, like, literally am in the theater, like, laughing. It was so funny.
So you went to the theater for this shit?
Yeah, I was on a date, even. It was, like... And then there's a part where, like, they try and close a door to keep him away from them, and he, like, slides underneath the door, and I'm just, like, the entire time it's happening, I'm sitting in the back, like... like, as he's slowly approaching and reaching his hand out. It's, like, the most pee-pee toucher scene I've ever seen in my life. So fucking funny. Movie is actually really funny. In all the wrong ways.
I watched The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Why?
Fucking, I don't know, man. But, like... I watched Haunting on House Hill and The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina back to back. Haunting on Hill House, very interesting series.
I haven't watched that yet, but I've heard really good
I
things
think it's
about it.
very well directed. I think it's not jump scare horror. It's just like
It's not even supposed to be like naturally like a horror. It's
No,
supposed
it's
to be more
just-
like a drama.
it is a drama with like horror-esque elements, and it's what American Horror Story wants to be. But like they don't go like, see, there's like gimp ghosts and shit. This is just like, this is what's happening. This is why it's weird, and like
This is why I'm hot. This is why
this. But no, I really do think Haunting on Hill House is a really good really good story, family drama story in general. And the things that make it scary are like ghosts. It's just the shit that happens in there.
Well, I mean, the premise behind the story is that they've seen things in the house
Right.
that are like ghosts.
But things
it's
that
later on.
things that are scary to me are like the world itself, not the ghosts.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm sure this is going to get a season 2, and it's going to elaborate on what's actually going on.
Rumor says it's supposed to be an anthology series, so
I mean, that's still going to give some sort of story contention to like,
Which-
what's actually happening.
Whereas The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, it's just I don't know. Like
What is that even supposed to be? Is that like a Sabrina the Teenage Witch thing or something?
it is the Sabrina the Teenage Witch based on the Dark Archie universe that came out. Like basically, they did Riverdale. They Riverdaled Sabrina.
That's
Where-
weird.
Sabrina's like this
Is
edgy.
the cat still in it?
Yeah, but he doesn't talk.
Oh, then I
And
don't
he's
care.
just a familiar. He's a goblin familiar that's shaped as a cat.
I don't care then.
So
That was
he
the
doesn't.
only- that was
yeah,
the only good part
there's
about
no
that show.
Salem snark. So
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we have to slay him.
So what you're saying is there's nothing important about that show.
it's just really it's very melodrama and poppy, but like obviously like yeah,
Oh, you go first. Finish up.
all the girls, all the ladies on my Facebook are like, it's so good, everyone needs to watch it. And then I write, it's really, really bleak for no apparent reason. It's like, but that's why it's good. I don't think things just being bleak makes things good. Like, yeah, the 1990s Sabrina the Teenage Witch is a comedy. I find that, to, for what it was, yeah, I don't mind it.
Oh no, I hated that show, but like the Salem parts were at least funny.
But you know what I
So
mean?
like I could put up with like my aunt watching it and stuff.
Right,
like
but
that.
it's a staple
As a
of its
kid.
time, whereas this is just kind of like, well, everything has to be dark and edgy, so I guess fuck you. I'm like, yeah. Whereas, like, I'm gonna be weird about this, but I think Titans, the fucking DC Universe live-action TV show,
You mean with Black Starfire?
it makes sense. They really...
I'm just kidding.
I know, like-
I don't actually care about this show at all.
Well, yeah, the show's dumb, but, like, they put context of why the characters are... Like, they give characters depth. Like, the things we see in the trailer, like the fuck Batman, Starfire looking like a hooker and things like that, they make all that context and it makes sense in the first episode.
Does he still not kill the people though?
No, he definitely murders them. The mayor's like, Robin's a sociopath. He must be arrested for this murder. Like, they straight up, like... And they also use a lot of fucks. It's
Well,
here.
which Robin is it supposed to be?
Dick Grayson.
Oh. Well, that's weird.
Yeah. He's in this whole, like, I don't want to be like Batman, but, like, he's being like Batman. He doesn't want to go too far, but, like, the first scene you see him as Robin, he's, like, maiming people.
I
Like,
mean, to be fair, like, every other superhero is giving people, like, permanent brain damage and shit like that, too.
oh, yeah, very much so, but, like, I feel the DC streaming service is actually like for $7.99 you get an abundance of comics. That's what the selling point is comparatively to the TV series stuff they have, because you get their back catalog of almost everything. So you could read like Crisis, you can read like Vertigo comics and things like that. So like for $7.99 a month, I don't feel like that's bad. And then you get like Batman the Animated Series, all the Justice Leagues. You even get Super Friends. That was like the one thing that I was like, wow. You get all 18 seasons of Super Friends. You get Batman Brave and the Bold. You get Legion of Superheroes, which I don't know why that's always been one of my favorite superhero shows, but like you get that, and you get
like early 2000s
with young Superman,
Superboy.
Yeah, they call him Superman, but yeah, it's what the Adventures of Superboy was. You get like all of the classic shows that like people really watch, like. The one thing you don't get, though, is you don't get Smallville, but you get all of the Supermans, like from Superman 1, like the old school ones.
I have to be Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Yeah, you get that one. But, like, in general, and you also get all the DC Animated Universe movies, which are way better than the Justice League. Just stand up and open the door, John.
Fuck you. Finger strength.
But, like, yeah, no, you get all the... Because I just watched... The Death of Superman that just recently came out for DVD. It came out. It's on that streaming service.
Just for you.
And like, in honesty, those things are written. We've had this conversation. Those things are way better. And like, it's still bad, but it's like written way better. It's just like, wow, this makes so much more sense than fucking Doomsday in the movies.
I don't know. I'm never gonna get behind the idea that we need all these streaming services, though, because like a lot of those things have been on Netflix before.
Right. No, I get you on the whole TV streaming part, but I feel like where it is the entire back catalog of DC Comics. Though,
but then why not instead leave all of that stuff on an already existing streaming platform?
Because they want your fucking money, John. That's literally what they do.
And give you the option to subscribe for all the comics for a slightly cheaper price.
Right. Don't look at me. I don't know.
It's because they're greedy.
Yeah.
All of them are. Disney.
That's just how life is. Like,
no, I get that, but it's dumb. It's greedy. Like,
I bet you 10 years from now we're going to have basic cable channels either.
The only reason it works is because people are fucking cheap and they're just like, oh man, Disney's making their own streaming service and I have to subscribe to that. But I don't want to pay another one. Oh well, gonna do it anyways.
I feel like these streaming services are just replacing cable, though. That's my thing.
Yeah, but that way more expensive rates. Alright, how many channels are on like a basic cable channel package? Like 45, 50?
Basic cable?
Yeah.
Like 60.
Alright, so 60. We'll say that like a fourth of them are things that you actually watch. So that's like 20...
Generous?
Yeah, okay, whatever. So like 15 to 20 or whatever. Mm-hmm. Now say each one of those costs you $7.99 a month.
Mm-hmm.
For those 15. You know how much money that is? A lot. More than what an actual cable package is.
You gotta remember there's like add-ons too. Like HBO's its own streaming service. That's fine.
Yeah, I have HBO's streaming
right, exactly.
service. It's a little overpriced for what I want it to be, but like I use it enough to justify paying for it. And then I also have Funimation and Netflix. That's all I need. That's all I'm getting.
That's the same thing though. Like, I don't really watch much, so $7.99 for that DC thing isn't bad. Plus, I read more of the comics than I do that stuff.
Good. Yeah.
I mean, it seems fine. It's just like, again, like all of those things have been on like other
Disney streaming service to me is complete and utter bullshit because they're just taking out all the Marvel comic book movies and putting them on there. And
well, that's essentially exactly what this DC one did.
Essentially, but they're giving out more than just that.
Well, I'm sure Disney can do that too.
Well, they're doing like mini-series for...
Plus, they have all of their actual Disney movies. It's not just Marvel stuff.
You know what I mean, though? But like with this, it's just like $7.99 to get the back catalog of comic books I actually enjoyed, and I don't have to like get like because I don't like having books and shit.
Well, again, like what's wrong with like a slightly cheaper subscription fee that just gives you the comics and then just like leave that shit on Netflix?
I mean, yeah, I'd be fine with that. they're not going to offer that.
Exactly, because they're greedy.
Well, no, it's because they need some motivation to get more people to use
Yeah, no one's just gonna
streaming
come in just for the comic.
Why do
books.
they need the? What do you mean?
They're
There's
just
tons
trying
of
to
people
promote
who-
it. They're using what they've got, which is comic books.
I
That's
just
what's
think it's.
successful.
I think it's dumb.
I don't know about greedy.
I'd say
Like,
it's
it's-
pretty greedy. Like,
I don't think it's pretty greedy.
I think it's an interesting power play, personally.
Yeah,
like I like.
literally all of that stuff
It
has
is-
been on a different
it is
streaming
moderate.
platform, and they remove it to put it on their own.
DC?
Yes.
No, they're making their own shit.
Yeah, they're making
And
their own
then,
shit now.
Teen Titans hasn't been on fuck all as far
Yeah,
as
that's
yeah,
the
because
thing.
they just made it. Or are
no,
you talking about the
no,
cartoon?
the Teen Titans cartoon has never been
The
on any
cartoon was
streaming
on Hulu.
service. No, Teen Titans Go was.
I don't think
No, Teen Titans was on Hulu. That's where I watched it.
I
I don't
think
know
it
if it was always been on Hulu, but it was on Hulu at one point because that's where I watched it. I
Not-
remember. I spent like an
not-
entire 3 days not going to class in
Not in the
college.
last year and a half, because I tried a year and a half.
All right,
ago.
well, I can probably believe that. I know it was on Amazon for a while too. All except for the
Not
last
in the last
season.
year and a half.
The last
'cause I
season you had to
tried-
pay for.
No,
I
it's
just,
kinda weird.
for me, it's
Well,
just like,
that's kind of what
That
Amazon
sounds
does. Is
Yeah.
like, I agree. I don't really like it. Amazon will put like the first couple of seasons on for free, and then the last one you'll have to pay for.
I see, and this is why I have no problem with DC streaming service though, because like you have to get that just renting that even on Amazon. It costs about the same much as just the streaming service
I
that
have
gives you.
the exact same problem with it that I do with Disney's.
But it gives you just like, but that's the thing. This for $7.99, you are getting a variety of shit besides just these TV shows.
you get that for Disney's too.
Yeah, but I mean, again, like, Disney is making shit that's exclusive to their...
I know, but people are complaining about it.
I
About
don't
them
understand.
making stuff
What's
or
the
just the
point?
streaming
Like,
service?
why
Why
would
streaming service?
why? It's whatever.
I mean, you
I'm
knew it
fine
was
with
coming.
them making things. I'm just saying, like, do they really need their own streaming network? Is it going
makes
to
mad amounts of money.
Is
so
it
yeah,
going to
Disney.
continue to be something that people are going to enjoy?
Frankly, I'm happy if people are complaining about it. Fuck Disney.
I mean, that's fine too, I guess. I agree.
Speaking
Not
of
really a
fucking
huge
things,
fan of that.
Orville season 2. Yeah.
That's not what I
Keep
thought
it in
you
your
were going.
pants.
Yeah, fuck it, whatever, Gil. Like, it's season 2 of the Orville. I mean, I thought the first season was interesting enough, but I feel like it didn't know what it wanted to be. Like, because some episodes were like, we're gonna be a serious
That
science
seems like
fiction
what
drama,
This is too.
and this one we're gonna be super jokey in this one, but serious. And I'm
Yeah.
like, pick your fucking
That's-
sides, man. Just like, don't one or the other.
The problem is it's Seth MacFarlane, and he is both not serious and not funny. Hey, see that? That's a joke. That's the thing that's called.
I still
joke.
want to watch. I still want to watch the Orville because I think it'll be funny, and I think I'll like it. But
I
yeah.
think it'll be funny because the
I
actors
just,
are ass.
but like the trailer is like, oh, a world that your fucking imagination can't even imagine. It's like, oh, okay. I think I'm probably covered. I think I'll be able to handle this.
Give me enough LSD and I'll meet you. And
What are you talking about? You guys have zero imagination.
Yeah.
More imagination than you could ever imagine,
You
John.
think so?
Spies in
I
disguise.
can imagine a lot of imagination.
You know, I
actually.
just imagine Spies in Disguise being a funny movie.
Pig with
Alright, what now?
Spies in Disguise, the
Spider Pig, really?
Oh,
That's what you're gonna
Will
go.
Smith.
Will Smith, Tom
Yeah.
Holland
The one
joint.
where he turns into a bird.
Yeah. Where
a pigeon.
pigeon.
A pigeon is a bird.
I'm being
Yeah,
specific, but-
every animated
Jesus
trailer,
is not a bird.
every animated trailer
I mean,
we
technically
have.
he could be, I suppose.
Gil always giggles just a little bit in them. Like there's always one Gil giggle where like it's just like everyone's like stone faced watching this, and then like Will Smith will be like, "What?" and Gil's like, like I love that.
That's a chortle.
That's my favorite thing about Gil though. We'll watch animated movies and be like, "Oh, it looks good," and Gil's like snickering. He's like, "That's really funny." I'm like, I'm glad someone's laughing at this. Good job, Gil. It's, I don't know, it's weird. It's different, I guess, comparatively.
It exists.
I don't think Will Smith's done anything super awesome in a while, so
I
whatever.
don't know. I at least like that they
I
did like
thought
an.
Bright was like Will Smith's part, like him doing that was good.
Did you actually like that movie?
I didn't mind it. It
Yeah, I
was
didn't
a
think it
bit
was terrible.
confusing. I had to do some research.
Well,
I feel like-
I think like the world that they built was
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't do a very good job explaining things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
they didn't
other
shape
than
the
that,
world
I
really
thought
well.
it was good.
Because, like, they want the orcs to be the...
treated as equals, but then they just like slaughter the shit out of fairies.
Well, no, what I mean is just, like, the canonability of
He
that...
literally splatters a fairy.
Yeah, he
with
says
a
fairy
broom.
lives don't matter. But
Yeah,
no,
fairy
the
lives
one
don't
one
matter.
thing about Bright that got me is just, like, the orcs are essentially supposed to be, like, the fill-in for, like, what black people were, but, like, black people were still slaves, technically, in that world, so it's just, like, I don't know the canonical difference in this, but okay. I don't know.
I think they're more outcasts.
Okay.
than-
It's like, what? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't, like, that was the thing. Like, the world itself was, like, not well written.
Well, I mean, there are books and stuff that probably do it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I looked up some shit. I was like, oh, I don't understand this fucking part of the movie. And then I'd look it up and I was like, this makes sense now.
But Spies in Disguise, I mean, like, it's going to be a fun kids comedy. It's made by Blue Sky Animation.
I'm glad they did an accurate representation of bird vision, though.
Yeah.
Like, birds actually do see like that.
360, essentially.
That's why you have such trouble like sneaking up on birds.
Oh, for all the fucking sneaking up on birds I do?
You would be surprised.
I've never had that problem.
Well, for those of us
Now, to
normal
be fair,
people,
normally with chickens, though. But chickens are goddamn stupid most of the time. No, they're really not that dumb.
they don't actually have quite that much vision.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
So like pigeons have legitimate like 360
yeah,
degree vision,
Yeah.
but like chickens' eyes are a little bit more forward.
Yep. You just pick them up by the legs.
Can't
goes
chickens,
their-
like, when they see red, don't they just go after it, or am I wrong?
That's
I thinking if you're thinking of a myth
Okay.
of bulls.
Yeah, but that's not a real
I thought, like,
thing
chickens
with
and
bulls.
blood were, like,
Bulls
a real
are
thing.
actually colorblind.
Or
Yeah.
am I wrong?
I've never had that problem.
Okay,
I,
but I don't
I
know.
wear, like,
I wear red.
half of my shirts are red, so...
Okay, no, it could be wrong. Then we go to The Quake, which is an earthquake movie. Ooh.
Made by the people who made The Wave,
Which is a
wave movie.
tidal wave movie. Then we're gonna have Lava, which is
No, it's gonna be The Lava.
the lava, which is a movie about lava.
The swirly swirly.
Then we're gonna
And
have
there's
this,
gonna be one called
hurricane.
The Hot. It's gonna be about fire.
The Wind is gonna be about a twister.
The Cold, starring Katy Perry.
Was she just gonna nip
Hot.
out throughout the whole movie?
No, you have the Hot.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Yeah, it's one of those disaster movies. Ooh.
It is a disaster.
Then we go to Between Two Worlds, which is Nick Cage. Is
This
he a
is a disaster
psychic
movie.
man or what is?
He died, and
I don't
now
even think Nick Cage knows
No,
what
I don't
Nick
think.
Cage
Yeah, I
is.
don't think the people who wrote that movie are understanding
Yeah.
what is that movie.
Yeah, I just.
I don't think he's psychic. I think she died and came back and is now all like fucked up or something.
But,
I
okay.
think
He can
that's-
travel between both the worlds.
Okay.
And Nicolas Cage knows that somehow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does he
I just
die
don't
too?
care. I don't possess the capacity to care about Nick Cage.
Despite all my rage, I'm still just Nicolas Cage.
I don't know. Nick Cage
Come
is
with
like,
it now.
I watched Mandy. I think Mandy's a really good movie for what it is, so. And that's rare for me, Gil. You know me. I fucking hate Nick Cage. Like, with a bleeding passion.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I watched National Treasure. Never seen that.
Fuck you.
Never seen that before.
Not in its entirety.
Did you
Really?
like
'Cause
it?
it plays on like it would play on Dish all the time. when I
Oh,
was a
Yeah.
kid,
yeah,
but
yeah. That was a really popular
But I
TV
never
movie
watched
for a
it.
while.
Really popular on HBO too.
It was
like one of the first-
okay, but obviously
Very convoluted.
I just like
not
mix,
even convoluted. A lot of stupid shit.
I just like to mix the premise of that with other Nick Cage movies.
Yeah.
Like it's Con Air and he's on the plane and he's like going to stop the
We
guy
have to
from
take from the first.
from like raping the woman police officer, and he's like, instead of like, that's not how you treat a lady, he just like walks up to her, we need to steal the Declaration of Independence.
But no, because I was watching it with my roommates. And so
Have
the
you watched
entire
National
time-
Treasure 2?
No.
Oh, that movie is worse.
They go through like it's like, oh, I figured it out because of this blah, 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 history stuff.
He's like, let me use these glasses that break into invisible ink.
He's like, if I take a Q-tip and put it in this lemon water and then stick it in my butt for a little while, swiggle it around.
So we were saying shit like that.
And then pour like ibuprofen on it.
It's gonna tell me where the Declaration of
And
Independence
then crush
is.
this meth into a powder and blow it all over the Declaration of Independence, light it on fire and shove the ashes into my mouth, and then spit it out into my dishwasher.
I'm gonna get superpowers.
It'll tell me where the Holy Grail is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie is insane.
How they steal shit in that movie too also gets
I mean,
me.
it's interesting enough as like a movie, honestly. I didn't think it was deserving of a sequel, that's for sure.
How they steal the Declaration of Independence still fucking gets me. Just floors me.
And then the one girl like falls in love with Nicolas Cage. I was like, why? All they did was just like she
Kidnap her?
fucking put her, they kidnapped her, put her job at risk. Fucking like for what? For fucking what?
So that we could stop another guy from
And then at the end of the
stealing
movie, it's like,
Declaration.
oh, I really like you, Nick Cage. Let's buy this big fucking house and live there. It's like, why though? But why?
What do you mean, why? He's a bajillionaire now. That's
so would
why.
she? She would also
Wait, oh
be.
yeah, that's right. She got a portion on her own.
Because then they could be
It's
bajillionaires
obvious. See, her portion buys things, and his portion buys Ferraris.
That was the other guy.
That's smart.
The
Oh, yeah,
secondary
that's right. He bought
plot-
El Ferrari.
Dude, the second
a fucking waste.
the second movie's plot was so dumb though. He's like, my great ancestor wasn't a criminal. I'm gonna prove it by all this convoluted shit I did in the first movie. I'm like, why? Just be like,
What's the
yeah.
conflict there? Who's trying to stop him?
Like, no one. Nick Cage is like, everyone's like, you're a great treasure hunter, but did you know that your great great grandfather was a betrayer of America? And he's like, no, I gotta prove this wrong. I'm like, why does it matter? You
Is that
are.
what happened in that
Yeah.
Do you know you're related to Custard?
Yeah, it's like if Nick
No!
Cage
I knew that fetish for Native Americans came from somewhere!
call back, but no, it's like National Treasure 3's like, did you know you were a great ancestor of John Wilkes Booth? And you're like, well, I gotta prove John Wilkes Booth wasn't the one who shot Abraham Lincoln to prove that I'm a true American. I'm like, why?
But why though?
What reason, Nicolas Cage? I wouldn't mind seeing it in National Treasure 3 just because it's just like, fuck all, we have a Pirates of the Caribbean 4, why not?
Are we at like 5 or 6?
Yeah,
We're five
Is that
because
five?
like there's a news story about the new Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh.
Then we go into How to Train Your Dragon 3, which is the final climax of the Dragon series.
Hard pass.
You never liked it, huh?
No, I don't like any of those movies.
Is it because it messes up with your culture? Yeah.
Not in that. I do just. It's hard for me to not pick apart those movies on every level.
With about Viking culture.
Don't fucking say that. I hate you.
About
The
About
Scandinavian.
dragons, about fucking
cultures
anything.
of the
General
Netherlands.
logic of they killed a huge dragon in one of the movies because I caught the end of it.
How to Train Your Dragon 2?
I think
One.
it's the-
One? Oh,
They kill one in both of
And
them.
then
Yeah, I was
somehow
like-
now they're just fighting a regular guy. I don't know.
who's like,
And that's 2.
yeah.
He's got a beard at the beginning of the trailer, and then he just doesn't have a beard again.
Pretty sure that's the end of the
Like,
movie.
what
I'm pretty
walk
sure they
happened?
spoiled the
He
end
walks.
of the movie.
He walks through fire.
Either
Yeah,
that or
I
he
guess that's
shaves.
Yeah, it's either one of the two where it's either
He just
that's
like
him
walks through
finally
the fire.
leaving.
Ah, fuck! He just like walks through the fire with the helmet on. He's like, Jesus, it stinks in here.
I feel like that's him leaving with Toothless to do another weird, grandiose adventure, and that's like, oh, this is how it ends. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Or that was the beginning and he just hadn't shaved.
Yeah,
because
so
Stuff happens.
then we go to Cold Pursuit, and this movie is just Liam Neeson being Liam Neeson, but with a snowplow and shit. Fuck it, dude.
Oh, no.
This movie gets me.
Liam Neeson
My God.
stars in You're About to Get Plowed.
I forgot about at the beginning of the game one. Liam Neeson game. You just call it Revenge, it's open world. Every area is just a different setting of a Liam Neeson movie.
So it's like Liam Neeson's Hitman.
Pretty much. It's like in this part you're in Taken, in this part you're in this fucking movie. One of them, whatever the train one was called.
Oh,
There was a
what
train
that
one, that's right.
It was actually a good movie.
And then the other one, you're Ross El Ghul.
Ratio. Yeah, I don't know. I think these movies, I don't
Like
know.
stuck in the tundra, fighting off wolves.
Man, Liam Neeson movies have gotten weird to me, so
Dude,
like,
Grey is so good though.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think The Grey is solid, but like, I don't know, Liam Neeson's movies are weird now. It's just basically Liam Neeson being a grumpy old man that kills people.
His
Did you see
movies are
Grey?
just, what setting can we put him in that would be interesting for him to kill people now?
And they're like, I got an idea.
And
Did
then
you
he's
see
like,
The
I
Grey?
don't
Like,
want to
it's
kill
Yeah, I
people
think
anymore.
from that.
The Grey is a good. No, I agree with you. The Grey is a good movie, but compare a lot
It's
of
like
other.
completely different from like the stereotypical Liam Neeson's movie.
Yeah, but then he did Taken, all the other Taken series after The Grey, though. That's what I
Well,
mean.
yeah, I mean he's allowed to do whatever movies he wants. I'm just saying, like The Grey is obvious that he can
In
do
one
other
part
things.
of the game, you're Qui-Gon Jinn coming back to life. Kill Darth Maul.
Killing younglings.
Oh, Jesus.
I'd pay for that. No, I'm kidding.
Did you kill younglings?
I don't know. There's just.
Yeah, you can do it for free.
I mean,
The
Liam.
Commuter.
I feel like Liam Neeson
Is that
is
the
just.
train one?
Yep.
That one's actually pretty good too.
The what was it called?
The Commuter.
Oh yeah, is that the one where the lady's like, "There's $1 million" or something like that?
You just have to
Like
do
50
this one
grand
thing.
in a bag if
I
you
have
do
a
something.
particular set of skills. They stole my bag of money.
I'm
These
going to
wolves have
find
offended
them.
my honor.
There's
I'm going
wolves
to
driving
grab
the
their
train.
throat.
The wolves are driving the train, then kidnapped his bag of money.
What's next, Owen?
LeBron James is apparently going to reboot Friday the 13th.
I don't care.
LeBron James.
I feel like that'd be an interesting
LeBron
reboot.
James can go fuck himself.
Wait, is he
His
gonna
money
be-
he's gonna waste.
No,
Is
he's
he
gonna
be Jason?
No, God, that'd be funny as fuck. No, he's gonna have Jeremy Lin be
We'll never see
Jason.
him. It's so dark.
I know, right?
Shut up, Eli.
And he's wearing a mask. That was the point of the joke.
I don't know. I think it could be interesting to see LeBron James as a character.
LeBron James.
I don't know.
It could be interesting to see LeBron James' casket.
As a
Is that what
character.
you
No, I
said?
said as,
Oh, I thought you guys said casket.
no, I said character.
I was like, alright, but fuck, that's kind
He's
of
gonna be the guy that
Fuck
saves
that.
everyone in the end.
He might be. Yeah, he might be the last.
Yeah, he buys the rights to the movie just to introduce himself as the hero of the story.
A lot of people have done that type of circle jerk.
Has
Suppose.
that really?
Dude, the Resident Evil series, Underworld.
Alright,
Forgot those movies existed actually.
so what's...
We were just talking about them less than an hour
I
ago.
know. I forgot the Underworld movie existed. I don't know. I don't know. It's LeBron James, so yeah.
LeBron James.
I don't. Who knows? I also think though that I feel like these reboots are weird, but I like the Halloween one, so anyone should go see that. Guillermo del Toro is developing a stop-motion animated Pinocchio movie for Netflix.
That sounds awful.
I don't...
Isn't that a Disney thing too, though?
No,
Pinocchio's
No,
free
that's-
public domain.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I guess like the initial storyline. I guess
Yeah.
it's the same thing with like Snow
you-
White and
Yeah, it's like if you made a
Cinderella.
live-action Disney version.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make like Pinocchio is
But
public
yeah,
domain.
they don't own Pinocchio.
They just can't do any of the music.
They don't own Tarzan or any of the fucking princesses.
Yeah.
Well, except some of them.
Well, I think that's why in Wreck-It
Made
Ralph
some, I
2,
think.
they had to like 3D animate the princesses and then not name them unless they were from newer ones.
No, they can do all the princesses that did before like CGI were public domain. Like Snow White, Ariel, like those were all public domain stories. That's why Disney can't sue people for making a Snow
Yeah.
White movie.
Well, yeah, I know that. Unless they use the music.
Right. So like
So like they
Having-
can't use the music, and I don't think they can use the Seven Dwarves thing.
no, they can't. Like they're all public
I don't
domain.
think it can be. I don't think it can be Seven Dwarves. I think it can just be seven
Seven
people,
people?
can't it?
I don't know.
I
No,
don't
because
think
the
the
original
initial
Grimm
story
fairy
is
tale,
seven
they had seven
dwarves.
dwarves. They just didn't have names. So like if other people use like Grumpy, Angry, Sneezy, or Doc in their movies that
I mean,
aren't Disney,
If they did, it's probably going to be a bad movie.
it's really
Yes.
stupid. But you know what I mean,
Yes.
though. Those names are patented by Disney. Like all the stories that Disney did, besides the Wizard of
The word
Oz,
grumpy, we've patented it. It's ours.
like as a name for a dwarf, like
You
they
could just
patent,
do synonyms.
Yeah. like this is angry.
This is disgruntled.
This is tired dwarf. It's like
Drowsy.
It's literally the Pokemon.
Drowsy.
He's like kidnapping people in their sleep, kidnapping kids in their sleep.
All
Why do you
right,
think they got
so
Snow White in the movie?
There we go.
welcome to the quick shot of how many things are becoming a sequel. Brad Pitt's gonna be
Wait,
in the
we
King's.
didn't even mention that the How to Train Your Dragon kid still doesn't have a leg.
I don't
I
give a
mean,
fuck going
I
on.
think it's funny. He's only got one leg.
Fuck you and your missing leg.
He's
Okay,
not
so
missing a leg.
Brad Pitt is
Got
apparently
all
going to
four.
be in the fucking prequel to Kingsman. I didn't know they were making a prequel.
I feel like I did.
Doesn't that really count as a sequel? Since
Prequel.
it's prequel.
Prequel.
Yeah, it's the Kingsman 3, but it's called The Great Game, which is a prequel to
I feel like I did know that, and I don't know why.
I don't know, because
Like, from a long ass time ago.
I think we talked about it,
Yeah.
but like it just flew out. Ridley Scott is apparently making a sequel to Gladiator.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they need a sequel to Gladiator.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
No!
I was entertained plenty as
I was-
well. What do we need to see?
I was entertained plenty of the
Yeah.
3-hour-long movie.
Yeah, exactly. But originally I thought it was like, why would they need a Russell Crowe star? It's like it's not about Russell Crowe. It's about other people in Gladiator. I'm like,
Of course, it's not about Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe just plays the gladiator.
Shut the fuck up, God. Let's see. It Chapter 2 gets a 2019 September release date. John's really happy
Still
about
don't
that.
care about this.
Yep. Also, Bad Boys 3 is apparently starting to film.
Yeah, I saw that too.
They're making the Meg 2.
Why?
I don't know.
Fuck, I didn't think it did that good.
I heard this movie did really well.
It did
That,
really
like,
well.
People
Oh,
actually
probably.
really liked it.
God, why?
Yeah.
It has a really positive scoring too.
Fuck sharks.
The guy who's making Overlord,
a shark. It's a megalodon.
Overlord.
they say
I'm
Overlord,
megalodon with you.
Overlord.
is both writing and directing the big screen reboot of Flash Gordon,
Wow,
the cosmic adventure property for Fox.
With everything.
So Gordy Weaver is apparently saying they're about to film Avatar 4 and 5 because they just got filming Avatar 2 and 3. Why do we need more Avatar movies?
Because
Woo!
they have at least 3 more books to cover.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they
Shut
only
the
did.
fuck up.
Based on a book series?
No, he's making fun
Talking
of
about
Avatar.
I'm gonna
Avatar
ask you a
series.
general
Oh my
question.
God.
Don't be afraid to answer, but you'll
Oh,
probably
I
get
won't
lynched.
be afraid to answer.
Do any of you own that movie? I want to watch it.
Oh, Avatar? No, I don't know.
No, I don't know that piece
No
of
one owns
shit.
that fucking movie.
Buy it on Amazon for $2.99.
No.
Rent that shit.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah, who wants
you can
it?
probably find it in the $5 bin over at Walmart.
Yeah, we can go check afterwards. No, there's some weird shit you can find at the $5 bin at Walmart.
Yeah, it's pretty lit.
We can go
Yeah.
look.
But no,
Hip with
okay.
that kid's lingo.
Here's another.
Or Blade 3.
Okay.
Oh, I have Blade 3.
I have Blade.
I actually
3.
have all 3 of them.
Yeah.
The first 2 are on
And
Netflix.
Netflix,
I
and
need
the
to watch
second
the
one
third
is
one.
yeah, the third one is.
The third one is not good.
I want to watch it.
That's
It's
fine.
dumbly fun though.
It's very bad.
It's
They're
really
all
stupid.
dumbly fun.
So speaking of live action anime adaptations, apparently Legendary Pictures got the rights to the My Hero Academia anime, and they want to make that into a live action movie.
Yeah.
And the IT director Anthony Muschietti for Warner Brothers is making a live action Attack on Titan movie.
You started out, you were staring at me, and you're like, My Hero Academia, and I was like, I've never
John,
seen
are
that.
you
I don't know
sad
why you're
or are
looking
you
at me.
like that is the sound of
Not
enjoyment?
sad. I just know it's gonna be trash.
I
You
want
can't-
Michael Cera as Deku. I don't care what anyone says.
That sounds like extra trash.
Yeah, of course I want
That
it to be
sounds
extra
like
trash.
That sounds like pouring garbage on top of garbage.
Might as well just make it super bad.
Why? I mean, Superbad is already a movie.
Shut the fuck up, John.
They're emphasizing the super in
Yes.
this.
So for you, Gil, you are a proprietor of the My Heroes. How do you feel about this?
He hasn't even watched all of it.
He read a lot of it, though.
Yeah.
He was
Are
a
you
manga
caught
reader.
up yet?
No.
Do you think this could work? I know you don't, but I just want to hear why. What makes you excited for this movie, Gil? What
I'm
pushes you
indifferent.
on?
I'll wait until I see any proof
Concept
of
art?
concept. Proof of concept.
I don't know.
I freaking read enough concept art.
They have
Give
a
me
My
some-
Hero Academia movie. It's called Chronicle. I'm kidding. It's called Sky High, guys. Get it right. I want to sequel to Sky High.
Don't
Fuck.
worry, I'm gonna watch the Death Note movie after I watch Death Note.
No, you are in for just a ride.
You're going to
fine.
have to
You'll probably
convince
enjoy
Disney
it.
that it's profitable.
Probably. I do
Yeah.
enjoy terrible. When it comes to movies, I have a really low bar.
I mean, I feel like if you're not gonna really enjoy the anime, you're probably gonna laugh at the actual movie.
Did you watch Neo Yogio?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No, it's retarded.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, it's not like bad. It's just like it's stupid.
Is it
there's
Zach
zero.
that likes it.
It's Zach that, like, really, I don't know why.
There's zero real point
I've never
to what's
seen it.
going
I think
on.
I saw it on Netflix,
It's-
and I was like, I think I know kind of.
It's
what
not
that is.
very well animated. The story is badly written. The voice acting is terrible. Like, there's really almost
I don't-
nothing that good about it.
It's not that I don't like it. I just everything's bad.
That's what I mean. Like, there's parts of it that are enjoyable. Like the Toblerone meme came from that.
I don't think that's a. Oh my god! I
What,
don't
the
know.
Toblerone meme?
I think it's
totally a thing.
I know. I just don't know why. I think it's a fucking.
Fuck you're talking about.
'cause
Moving
it's a
on.
Giant Toblerone,
Yeah,
and no
big
one really knows what a
Toblerone.
Oh
Toblerone
man,
is in
that's
Iowa.
so cool. Tell me more.
That's wacky and fun. Let's go play Fortnite.
It's not really like that. It just turns
It's
into
exactly
a meme
like
overnight.
that, you fucko.
Why don't you go play Fortnite?
Fucking
You're the one
ass
that
clown
plays
piece
for
of
the
shit.
Fortnites.
What?
Yeah. It's fucking telling me I should download Fortnite that one time like 8 months ago.
Yeah, 8 months ago, when it was, it was a year ago.
Yeah.
When it was new,
When it was new.
and fun and not spoiled by goddamn idiots.
Yeah.
Teenagers.
And then I was like, it's a great game, people should play it. And then they did, and that was where I fucked up.
Deadpool writers are
More like
rebooting
having
Pirates of the
touched a woman
Caribbean.
in a fortnight.
Deadpool writers are rebooting Pirates of the Caribbean. Yay!
But who cares?
But then how are we gonna get the 7th movie if they reboot it?
This is gonna be the 6th movie.
But it's a reboot.
It's a reboot.
Are they starting with the first one?
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna have
I
anything
feel like
to do
there's
with Jack
6 of
Sparrow.
those.
There's 5. The
There's
5th
five,
one is
because
Dead
there's
Man
the-
Tells No Tales.
It's the trilogy, the one with Blackbeard that I think is okay, but everyone else hates. And then this 5th one that's on Netflix that is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and that should mean something coming
So
from
is
me.
the one that you think is
We
okay
just
but
talked
everybody else hates, is that the one where they're on like some weird island?
They're trying to find the Fountain of Youth.
There's a mermaid preacher plot that if you took out, I think the movie would be significantly better.
I mean, I haven't seen any of the new ones past the 3rd. So.
It's on Stranger Tides and then Dead Man's Tell No Tales.
Quick question.
The 5th one is
I
on
thought
Netflix.
there was one between
Watch
that.
it. It is god awful.
Quick question. Is this a mermaid that has been ordained as a preacher, or a
No,
mermaid
the
and a
priest
preacher?
loves a mermaid.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a mermaid and a
It's
preacher.
mermaid.
So if they have a kid, it'll
But
be a mermaid
Those
priest.
characters are irrelevant. Like, the mermaid isn't, but the preacher, fucking irrelevant, other than to just be a love connection to the mermaid. They do not come back in the 5th movie.
No. The 5th movie is basically like someone's fan fiction where they're like, Captain Barbossa has a daughter, and Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann have a son, and they're gonna get together and bond because, like, instead of being rivals, their children are gonna be dating.
I just love that they're trying to come up with, like, new fucking sea myths and shit. They're like, we got
Well, I
the
guess
Fountain
there
of
is only
Youth,
5.
we covered fucking, like, El Dorado, we covered, ghost pirates and shit, and Davy Jones is like,
We got rid of the
Poseidon!
Kraken. Yeah.
Poseidon exists! After we used Calypso.
I mean, to be fair, if Davy Jones and Davy Jones Locker can exist, Poseidon can probably exist.
It's just
They're just throwing darts at a board.
they have to keep one-upping it, and it's getting kind of dumb.
It's like every once in a while they like miss the board and hit another movie, and they're just like, I fucking
It's
put
like,
it
with
in.
Poseidon's trident, I can control the oceans.
And for some reason, there's Spider-Man in the next one.
It's just like throw it at the board and it hits Simba and right in between the eyes, and it's just like fucking, I don't know, water lions.
Not a sea lion.
Yeah.
It's like a real sea lion.
Those
It's
are
not like-
water dogs. God.
I thought those are sea cows.
No, that's manatees.
Yeah, those are manatees. Not to be mistaken with
Nautical
memories.
terms. Sea cow.
I was really hoping they got to the part where
That's what we call your mom in a
John
swimsuit.
Dean gets excited because Jack Sparrow's about to fight the Loch Ness monster because John Dean.
I mean, I'd be alright with that.
Yeah, but
Let's
it
be
would
honest
only
here.
be in the Loch Ness.
But how?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
shit,
they're
the
in
Meg 2
they're
is
in
the
the
reboot
Caribbean.
of Pirates of
the
the Caribbean.
Caribbean.
There it is.
It's like
Sea of Thieves, this bitch.
the title for Pirates of the Caribbean 6 is Pirates of the Caribbean of the Northern Europe.
No, that's the reboot of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, Rare is writing a Sea of Thieves movie, and it doesn't go around, so they're like, well, you guys have this pirate script. We'll scratch out Sea of Thieves and put Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, everybody knows that the first Sea of Thieves movie is just going to be them doing nothing.
fighting skeletons for like 30 minutes.
Fighting skeletons, taking their skulls, getting treasure chests, and then
And
playing
then
out of a boat.
And then killing their teammates for the treasure chest in
it's gonna
an
be
hour and 40
Theater
minutes.
versus theater battles to see
Yeah, there you go.
if you actually get to keep the treasure.
No, that's still always my favorite
It's
story
first
about
one.
the first Pirates of the Caribbean script. It's like, yeah, it was originally owned by LucasArts, and then like our movie division went bankrupt, so we sold it to Disney, and it became Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm like,
I really like that. I don't remember if it's the second or third one. It's just not in the Caribbean.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It just always
Asia.
disappointed me that there was always
third one they go to Singapore.
there was always a Pirates movie before that never got the world renown that it deserved.
Are you saying the Muppets Treasure
Sinbad?
Island,
No,
Treasure Planet?
no.
What
Sinbad?
pirate movie?
I'm talking about the porn.
my
There's
God.
literally one called Pirates. It's got a legitimate story to it. It's fucking weird.
Treasure Planet is a fantastic movie.
Treasure Planet is a
Never
fantastic
seen
really
Treasure
good.
Planet. I kinda
Thank
want to,
you.
though.
You should.
Everybody
It's really good.
overlooks it, and it's such a fantastic.
Why is that like? Who else? I don't know.
It's not as overlooked as people think, to be honest. There's a lot of people that talk about it online.
Okay.
It's just not as widely renowned
It's
as like
older.
yeah. the
Tumblr's weird.
obvious choices.
They're shipping Eddie Brock and the symbiote and calling it Symbi Brock.
They're though,
They're rough.
aren't they in a parasitic relationship regardless of the fact?
No, they're shipping them as like a couple.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
Shipping.
Aren't they, you know?
Putting them together as in a relationship.
Oh, you
The
said shipping. I was
symbiote-
like, are they shipping action figures?
They
No,
want
Shipping.
to-
Shipping is a term that is used for like, here's this character and this character, let's fuck.
They want
Frequent Tumblr.
I don't frequent Tumblr either, but
Clearly, you know the terminology.
fuck
Eli.
yeah.
They want the.
I hang out with John Dean and he sends me
That's
weird
fair.
porn links.
That's a
Are
fair
we just
statement.
not gonna talk
Eli.
about the
They want the symbiote to go up Eddie Brock's ass.
It already did.
Thank you.
To be fair, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
It was inside of him.
It was all over him.
It was
Well, what
literally inside of him.
I really hated that movie though.
They reside in the
Oh,
organs.
Knuckles.
I mean, I guess I can't say I hated it, but like that ending fight scene, it's
Was
just like
super
that was
lame.
pretty bad.
there's just a bunch of like fucking goo
Yep.
flying. It's like I can't differentiate the gray goo from the darker gray
It was
goo
also
in the black
pretty
background.
anticlimactic as well.
Yeah, and then it's like, and then we get to the end, and it's just like, what's his face in a clown wig in a jail cell.
Woody Harrelson.
Little
Like
orphan.
in such an obvious
Little
wig
orphan
too.
Annie.
Yeah, he's literally got a fucking.
Yeah,
he's literally
that's
got
a good joke.
a bright red fucking afro.
I fucking hate that I'm gonna break.
There's gonna be carnage.
Yeah, I was just like, god damn.
Total carnage.
Like, I wish he would have went
Maximum
maximum carnage. If he would have went maximum carnage, I'm like, fine, you win. But he's like, when I get out, there's gonna be carnage. I'm like, fuck you. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think it's a good movie, but everyone else, like, again,
When
it's
I
just-
get out, I'm gonna take this weird ass wig they put on me off.
yeah, why couldn't they just give him like a fucking buzz cut and just have it kind of red? That was like my
They
thing.
didn't need to do anything. They could have just left him the way he
Yeah, I would
was.
have preferred
Yeah, whatever.
anything else.
Yeah, but my thing,
Pretty bad.
when I said Venom was bad and like it happened, same thing with I don't understand why people around here really like Death Note, but they're like, well, I thought that movie was great, and I'm like, I don't think Venom's a good movie.
Damn it.
It's like everyone's like, that movie's really great. I don't know why you don't like it. I'm like, there's just so much things wrong with that movie.
Some people just like to watch goo slap up against other goo.
That was my least favorite part of the movie.
Mine too. I could not tell what was
The
going on.
rest
the
No,
whole
no,
time.
I have
was
two
decent.
least favorite parts: the goo fight and the fucking chase scene lasted too long.
Okay, and that's what I was gonna
That
say.
was okay.
But it lasted like fucking 10
Well,
minutes.
yeah, because they needed some sort of
They
action. in the
needed
fucking
something,
thing.
but they overdid it.
They can't just have him talking to the
Like, it was
symbiote
like,
the whole
he's
time.
got 5 drones after him, and then after he kills
It's like
30,000
16 cars.
drones,
Like
he
he's
fucking...
fucked up 16. Like how much more security force do you have? I think the SWAT fight is still one of my favorites.
What
besides
It's
the-
aggravates-
everybody's favorite.
Besides the Wilhelm scream.
That
I think that was-
Wilhelm Scream was a bad decision.
Yeah.
Because it's
What
loud as
aggravated me is that
balls.
throughout the entire movie they call it a symbiote.
They changed that.
That's not what it is.
Symbiote.
Symbiote.
They changed it. They called it a
They
symbiote.
changed it.
The trailers say symbiote.
Yeah,
Did they?
Keen
Yeah,
pointed that out.
The ADR says they re-ADR'd it to symbiote.
Oh, I could have swore in the theater they still said it wrong.
No, the trailer was
Yeah,
symbiote
not
because I was
theater.
like,
Yeah, Kean Kian said that, so I'm trusting that he's correct.
I was like, oh man, they finally did something, like, the ADR in this is really, really interesting.
I don't know, you can just tell that there's like 30, 40, 50 minutes of that movie that was just like cut so that they could make it PG-13.
Tom Hardy said there was like 30, 40 minutes. That was his favorite part. That was
you can tell that it's literally because they wanted to make this movie PG-13, and like everything that was good was in the R-rated sections.
So apparently, DC's first rated R movie for their extended universe is Birds of Prey, and Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to be the villain. Not like Obi-Wan Kenobi as in the character,
Black Mask,
but Ewan McGregor's going to be Black Mask, which is really cool. I like Black Mask as a character. So.
African American Mask, 2018, dude. PC up.
He's just a gang leader that has a black mask.
Actually,
mask.
I think I saw him in some DC animated thing.
He was the antagonist for the Red Hood DLC in Arkham Knight.
No,
he was
I have no idea if you played that or not.
No,
He was in Under the Red Hood.
No, I watched a fucking animated thing. He's in it for like a split second, but I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Yeah, he's literally like the antagonist for almost all of the Red Hood stuff.
Yeah.
No, it was. I think. Like,
which makes sense. I feel like
Nightwing becomes Batman for a short time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, Bad
Black
Blood.
Mask is in there for like 2 scenes of getting his ass beat.
Is that Bad Blood?
Yeah.
And
I was like, I don't know who he is. He looks like a regular guy.
Boy with a black mask.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. Then we go to some Star Wars news because why not? No more Boba Fett.
I'm alright with that.
There's no Boba Fett movie coming out, so
doing the Mandalorian instead.
I'm fine with.
Mandalorian.
It's a TV show.
Yeah, probably. I'd rather have it be a TV show.
I'd rather have that too because I feel like. Did you watch Solo yet?
No.
You piece of shit.
A Star Wars story.
Good.
Comparatively, yeah.
I think so.
Oh.
Comparatively to everything else Star Wars, which is weird. So it's just like I make that point. I'm like, I feel like we should stop mining nostalgia. But then Solo comes out, and I'm like, I actually like this more than all the other Star Wars movies.
I still like Last Jedi, so
it's okay to bet. I'm kidding. Go on.
Solo, a Star Wars story.
Like Last Jedi. Did you like Rogue One?
Yeah, for the most part.
I think you'll like Solo then. Because
Rogue
Rogue One and Solo are my 2 favorite because they're way more grounded.
Yeah.
And there's not people who are like, I've used the Force for 30 minutes and I can already fuck with people.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know.
I can live in mountains.
He's like, holy shit, I'm in the military, shit's blowing up, I don't know what's going on.
I just like Last Jedi because I'm not a child and I am perfectly capable of separating myself from the things that I enjoyed that are no longer canonically in the Star Wars universe.
Oh, that's the problem with The Last Jedi hatred. I just don't like it because of...
Nobody likes it because they don't like that Luke Skywalker isn't a fucking badass.
Right. I don't really care.
Because that's what he was supposed to be afterwards.
In the fucking Legends, he's literally a god.
Yeah, but those
I'd rather not have him do that.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
I know, that's what I mean. I would
like,
rather that
Legends
too.
is just stupid.
Like, no, don't get me wrong. The Legends are really good storylines and stuff like that too. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
but some of the characters get stupid powerful within Legends. So
a
it's
lot
just
of
like,
the characters get
like
stupid
Palpatine
powerful.
is basically also like semi-god. I'm like, all right, no.
Well, that's the thing, though.
more
It's like
powerful.
in the Legends, a lot of like the enemies that they face are still on equal power levels to themselves. So I mean, it's still an interesting storyline. I think the problem is that like Disney is not going to translate that sort of story well into a movie.
I mean, I think they could, but not.
I don't think
coming up with their own characters.
Yeah, I don't
and
think
they're
you
also
could...
using him. They can't just be like, "Well, Luke's God, so they won." There it is.
See, I don't think it would be that great in a movie because I mean, you just don't have enough time to like explain it unless you're literally just going to go the route of
They do
Luke
trilogies.
Skywalker is now fucking God.
I like
just
my
tell
favorite
you
part
that
of
it
Last
happened.
Jedi is Kylo Ren not turning to the light side. I still think that's still a positive note on that movie.
I don't know, that lightsaber explosion scene was pretty rad.
Right, like just Kylo Ren's arc in that movie was way more interesting than it was in The Force Awakens. Again, my problem is the casino planet and just Poe Dameron as a character. So.
Like, I can definitely understand how, like, that storyline can be
My
seen
problem-
as completely unnecessary.
Right.
Let's say my problem is the storyline of the casino planet.
Yeah,
the
casino
planet
planet
itself is cool. as
Yeah,
shit.
the planet itself's cool.
See,
I still think the planet designs in
Right.
all of the new movies
Are really awesome.
See,
but
like, I initially didn't really care that much for that storyline either, but I've kind of warmed up to it a little bit because, like, the theme within The Last Jedi is, like,
Alright.
failure.
I would have been fine with it. Like, I could warm up to it if she didn't hit him out of the way of the laser at the end.
Yeah, I suppose. I
Yeah,
can
that-
understand
Or if, in doing that, she had died.
Yeah, if Rose would have
Yeah.
died when to sacrifice herself, like, because
But then she sprouts some fucking Confucius says shit.
and then the fucking laser just goes through where
Yeah.
they're like, we don't fight to kill, we fight for. I want to protect the things I love, and then that shit gets destroyed.
it
It's just,
vaporizes all
Yeah.
the things that I love.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
like,
like-
and that's why we're losing the war.
right, exactly. Like so for me, I don't think The Force Awakens is a bad movie. I think there's some plot holes, obviously, but that's fine. Like, I don't understand, like, the internet's hatred for it, I guess. I think we've had this
I've already
conversation.
told you, the internet hates it because Luke Skywalker isn't the
The internet hates it
badass.
for
I
other-
hate it for a lot of reasons.
But I hate it for a lot of reasons, for no, like...
Anyhow,
That's just the main one.
back to what we were.
I don't think that's the main one.
That is the main one. Like, they ruined my Luke Skywalker is the number one argument that I've seen for that.
He's right, but I think it's just they hate anyone tampering with anything from the
I
original.
suppose.
Because that's why Solo didn't do good, is because people were like, I don't want him to change Han Solo.
That was
The
because they had
entire
a poor
reason I
marketing
didn't like
campaign.
the Force Awakens is because
This is a rehash
it
of
was just
4.
a remake. It wasn't even a rehash. It was literally just like the same movie.
But my thing about the Han
Different
Solo
skins.
movie is that, like, it just left him off, like, instead of being ambiguous, he is a good guy. I think that's my only complaint about Han Solo. Is like, he was, throughout the entire movie, he was ambiguous, and at the very end, they're like, you're a good guy. I'm like, damn it.
But at least he still thinks he's
a
not
bad guy?
good,
Yeah.
and so he could still do, in the name of not being a good
Yeah,
guy,
he
he
could
could
still
do
do-
some questionable shit.
There is the Han, he could still do the Han shot first shit. That's,
Yeah.
like, the one thing that was really cool about that.
So,
But in 6 years, Disney has turned a profit and made back its accusation money from Lucasfilms, and they've made about $4 billion.
acquisition.
Yeah.
It's an accusation. That's
Acquisition.
what I heard.
Yeah,
Accusation
acquisition
of what?
Yeah.
They got accused.
You're not gonna make money off this, fuckers!
Pretty
They got-
positive. Like, did you hear? Like, George, like
They
everyone.
got
was,
accused of sexually assaulting George Lucas
Yes,
for
yes.
the Star Wars movies.
Yeah. No. So here's the thing that people always like go back to, where George Lucas is like, yeah, they ruined my baby. I'm like, you ruined your baby to begin with.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
You made the prequels. You don't get to talk.
Yeah.
The prequels are fine. He made the
Fuck
remakes of
you.
the originals, though.
Fuck you.
Prequels are good.
Fuck you.
I
I
love
want
this.
you to walk outside to that balcony.
Fuck yourself.
and jump off.
It's like a 10-foot fall.
That's
Really
fine.
Wouldn't even do much.
You just don't need to come back.
Watch Max jump off.
You
that,
just,
like,
that's
30
fine.
times.
Like, I'm not saying that you have to die.
So
You
they're
just have
finally
to
gonna
walk to
put
that
the
balcony
Teen
and
Titans
jump
against
off
the
and
Teen
not come
Titans
back.
Go in a return for a crossover. So the Teen Titans are gonna fight Teen Titans Go, guys, because it's like, yeah, why not?
I'm guessing this is exclusive to
No,
DC
thank you.
Universe.
Nope.
No, this is a
Cartoon Network.
thing.
Hard pass. I don't care.
Yeah. So Star Trek is gonna have
Oh,
a
I
whack.
like Teen Titans Go.
Well,
Alright, walk out to that balcony.
Star
Jump
Trek.
off.
Apparently,
Alright,
Star.
let's do it together.
Speaking of the Orville
We can
and
hold
shit like
hands.
that, Star Trek is apparently going to have developing a wacky animated cartoon about the Star Trek universe using the Rick and Morty writer Mike McCann.
Why?
I don't understand why.
Call it the Orville.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I feel like
Random bopper.
I still think Rick and
Pop
Morty
punk,
was
yeah.
well written, but I feel like I don't know. The names don't really excite me. It's just like, okay, cool, another wacky sci-fi show. Ooh. Eh.
I don't know.
We need a
We'll
dark
see.
sci-fi show.
So Sabrina 2 is apparently
You've
getting a
seen Rick
second
and Morty?
season.
Sabrina, what?
Tends to be somewhat dark.
No, him.
What?
What'd you say?
They are making a season 2 of Sabrina, and the Satanic Temple is
Sabrina
doing
what?
Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Oh, the Netflix one.
Yeah. Then the Satanic Temple is thinking about suing the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
I was about to ask that earlier.
For the Bahamut statue that they put, because it's like, it's de-representation our religion, which is, again, I can understand.
I mean, that's pretty important for those guys, to be honest, because they have been struggling with being labeled as satanics.
They're essentially atheists, aren't they?
No, they've been accused of like devil worship like the entire time that it's been a thing. It's not atheism, it's a different belief system.
What the fuck are we talking about?
The Satanic Church is suing Sabrina because
you said temple. I thought it was another show.
No, Satanic Temple is the organization, but they're known widely as the Satanic Church. They're suing Sabrina because they had a Bahamut statue, not Bahamut, the fucking demon statue that the Satanic
Final Fantasy is gonna come in.
Yeah, they're gonna have a Bahamut dragon. No, and which is, again, I understand why they're doing it.
Jamaica,
you can't. I don't think you can sue for that.
It depends on what they use it for.
I feel like that's dumb.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like if you make a TV show that actively is like, we're here to burn crosses for fun, you can get in trouble for that.
There's some show out there that does that.
Is there?
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure there is.
But they're not burning the statue or anything like that.
Well, I don't know what they're using the statue for.
It's just a set piece. The statue is just a set piece.
Well, then then I don't think that they're going to get anywhere with it.
And even if it's in like, it's in a bad place, like it's in the evil guy's place or whatever.
Well, I
haven't watched the show. I don't know what the fuck.
It depends on what happens. If they're misrepresenting the religion in some sort of way that's like discriminatory.
No, see, they're basically the people who should be mad are the fucking Wiccans, because their misrepresentation. Because like modern day Wiccans are not about like Satan and dark magic. They're about using like the magic of nature and the Faes or whatever.
Modern day Wiccans,
right? They're fake.
Fucking weird bastards.
That's what I mean.
I don't even think they know what they're about.
Exactly, but that's what I mean though. Whereas like these witches are like, we get our powers from Dark Lord Satan and shit like that. So like they're not using Satanism. It's just their black craft comes from the power of the devil, essentially. If I'm making any sense, because like
I'd have to.
If they pull some black magic out of their ass, they can do whatever they want. I don't care.
I'd have to know what's actually like happening, but like I can understand why those guys would be upset if anything, or why they need to take some sort of action if anything that has to do with their church is being misrepresented in any way, because like they're never going to get across to the public that they're actually like okay people, so they have to continuously fight for the little bit of public that does believe they're okay people. What, the Satanic Church?
Misrepresented?
Whatever. Fuck you.
Fucking illiterate.
So, American Vandal has been
canceled. Yeah, I know. I've heard this too. I'm really sad about it.
I didn't like that second. I thought the first season was really, really good. I did not like
the second season. Is awesome.
No.
There are so many poop jokes. It's so good.
Oh my Christ.
It's so good.
No,
so good.
That's so dumb. I've only seen the trailer because it was like, oh, do you want to watch this next? After BoJack Horseman, I think. And I was like, how is this even...
It's really funny.
No, it looks
so fucking funny, dude.
It looked like the type of thing that would make me lose hope in humanity.
It's so fucking funny, dude.
Disenchantment got a second season. BoJack Horseman is getting a new season.
So funny. American Vandal isn't? That's ass garbage.
Naomi Watts will be in the prequel to Game of Thrones.
You're ass garbage. It was actually. There was a lot of diarrhea.
It's gonna be set in the distant past of Westeros. So that's really
half of the season was about diarrhea.
They're making a prequel Game of Thrones series and does nothing to do with the Lannisters or any of that bullshit. It's like way far back.
Might still have.
You know what I mean?
It's probably gonna have something to do with that. It's just gonna be not the characters that are currently in the show.
Is it all one story?
God, I hope so.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope so, but who knows? And then we're gonna end with John's hatred for streaming services. Disney is gonna make a Bucky and Falcon TV show, a limited series of like 4 episodes.
That sounds very uninteresting.
I don't mind their dynamic.
I don't mind it because
it sounds better than I don't like Loki, and they're like, we're gonna have a Loki miniseries. I'm like, but why?
I think that'll be very interesting.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that'll probably be pretty good.
However, the plot will definitely dictate how interesting. I mean, obviously, but like I don't know. I don't know. Actually, now that I think about it, though, like Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I think it'd be a cool buddy cop series.
I don't think it'll be that great. It's essentially like Bird Captain America and Memory Loss Captain
He's not.
America.
No, because Bucky's a lot more jaded.
I suppose.
And really
so
doesn't give a fuck.
Edgy Captain America.
He's not really Captain America though.
He's essentially like the same thing.
Fucking shoots people.
So does Captain America.
Not since World War II.
Oh my god.
Falcon also shoots people.
Still, fucking Bird Captain America, Metal Arm, Memory
it's
Loss
more
Captain
like
America.
Bird discount Iron Man.
Yeah, I suppose.
However, do you know what the original like comic book Falcon looked like?
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really
It's a
dumb.
major upgrade.
It's just essentially, literally like a Birdman. He's like, I am Dove Boy.
Okay, so that's been our podcast. Bye.
There.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. If you like any other thing, we also do an abundance of other variety stuff. Check us out on YouTube, Podbean, and iTunes. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and leave a comment down below. And if you're when you go to iTunes and listen to our podcast, don't forget to give us a 4-star and a nice review. Also, if you want to help us out, go over to patreon.com and help support us because we like to do this stuff, but it takes a lot of time and effort. Bye.